Okay, we're back. Always a delight to have Cyndi Bright in the house because her name precedes her aura.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
And she heads up the pregnancy center here in Medford. And we wanted to get a little bit of a ministry update. And also, they have a unique need. And so, hi.
Good morning.
How are you? Good to see you.
I was a little panicked when you did 1 week before Christmas.
Well,
thinking, oh my
it's a week before Christmas, 2 weeks before the end of the year.
Yes, and we are excited because we had a jam-packed year with clients.
Really?
Women and men and lots of babies being born. Yes, it was so exciting. So far this year, we have had over 1,700 kept appointments.
Wow.
Now you have to think about, we're only open 4 days a week, only 6 hours a day, and our client list is growing because we are in great need of volunteers.
Okay.
I'm looking to 2014, and I'm thinking, Lord, as you move me into the new year, you want to do new things in our lives that show us how you work through us to reach others and to preach the gospel and lead others to the Lord. This is that opportunity for women to get involved with the pregnancy center and become a receptionist 1 day a week, a few hours a week, become a mentor. We will train you. Be that older woman that assists a younger woman and leads her in the ways of the Lord and helps her untangle her life and get on a road to health.
Wow. All right, so there you go. There's the challenge. Ladies, you pray about it between now and the end of the year and see if the Lord wants you to get involved at the pregnancy center at any level of involvement that your time and your schedule will allow. Now, you also have a very unique need because you have a sonogram, and we worked hard to see. A lot of people pitched in that you got it.
Many people.
Yeah.
For a long time, we did that fundraising, and our nurse had to leave us at the end of August. So September, October, November, and December, we have not been doing ultrasounds. We have been referring women up to Grants Pass, and we have been referring people to La Clinica.
Okay.
Our medical doctor, Dr. Dan Tomlinson, has those two organizations that he wants us to refer women to. So we are in great need of RDMSs, which is Registered Diagnostic Medical Sonographers. These are the women and men who have gone through school and can do an ultrasound from head to toe. We're specifically looking for limited obstetrical ultrasound. That's what we do. We're looking to make sure the heart is active, the baby's in the right location, and the estimated date of arrival. So with that said, we need a couple of RNs and we need sonographers. It's very costly to do the training of a RN to become proficient in limited obstetrical ultrasound. It costs roughly $6,000 just for the training, and then there's the flying and whatnot.
Right.
So if we can get these women and men who are already schooled as RDMS to come in, give a couple hours, 3 hours a day, 1 day a week, we're looking to hire, but we would really love to get these as volunteers.
Okay.
It is a calling. It is a blessing. We think we give so much, but you cannot outgive God. And at the end of the day or at the end of the hour, we just see how God has used these women and men to minister to me. And God moves right through them to show us his heart. So that's the key.
You need sonographers.
Yes.
And if you currently are one, and you can give an hour or two a week, a day, whatever your schedule allows, that would put their ultrasound part of their ministry back into action.
Absolutely. We cannot delay. We cannot delay.
And the proof is in the pudding, because when these girls see their babies,
Absolutely.
Was 80% keep them?
85%. That we found that very true in our pregnancy center.
Yeah.
And we are just very honored to be able to introduce these parents to their newborn.
Oh, boy.
Isn't that
now,
loving?
before we run out of time, it's year end. Of course, if you feel led, support you. You always need funds. You're a ministry, you need them too.
Yes, we just had our banquet at the middle of October, and we did incredibly well. We brought in more money than we ever have in the past, $77,000. We had run in the red 7 months out of 10. So this not only caught us up, but it brought us over. So we're not wealthy by any means. We still need financial support. If indeed we cannot find sonographers, we will have to hire an RN or two and send them to training. So again, I love what you always say. Don't take from the ministries God has called you to give to. Your church, you give out of your abundance and out of your love for the Lord.
Well, get a hold of the Pregnancy Center here in Medford, and Cyndi and her great team over there. 772-1921 is the number, 772-1921. And if you feel led to support this ministry, and believe me, we wholeheartedly encourage you to do that. Or if you're out running around, buy some diapers, drop them off. Buy some baby clothes, drop it off, right?
Yeah,
I mean, you can always use those.
Yes.
Because you go through that quite a bit.
Absolutely. Follow us on Facebook. Facebook is a great way to get the pulse of the ministry. It's just the Pregnancy Center. And you will be blessed by the stories that we share and the love that is portrayed through our volunteers.
Well, I want to encourage you to pray for Cyndi and her team. I want to encourage you to pray about maybe volunteering some time over there during 2014. Now you say, well, what can I do? Don't worry about that. You show up. They'll match talent with task.
Absolutely.
Pray about supporting them, and be in prayer, because they need a sonographer or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it takes. They need some licensed, trained sonographers to run this ultrasound machine to save babies' lives. Now, to you, Madam, Mr. Sonographer out there working for a hospital or a clinic or whatever, and you're listening and watching, we're just going to pray that the Holy Spirit just kind of moves real strong on you.
Yes, absolutely.
And give them a call.
Please.
And come on over and get this activated and get it going.
Don't delay. Take those active steps. Put feet to your faith and go out and preach the gospel and be a missionary in our community.
You say 1,700 last year?
Over 1,700 kept appointments.
Okay.
Yes.
And for those who don't know, what's the average appointment? What do you do?
The average appointment for us is a program called Earn While You Learn. We have a very large parent pantry. In that pantry is stocked diapers and wipes and clothing up to 12 months and gently used items. We have 2 swings right now, 2 cribs. We have baby baths, and we have some bouncies. We have some just a bunch of stuff. There's toiletries, there's maternity clothes, there's even food that we get from some of the pantries. And except for the maternity clothes in the pantries, all the other items are earned by attending classes. So the mentors actually have an hour with each client, and they teach them something from a choice of 166 classes basically taught with DVD and paperwork. These study guides are put in a notebook for each client, and they end up having an incredible resource. Things like how to avoid the baby shaken syndrome, what is sudden infant death syndrome, and how to avoid that. These classes come with brochures and pictures with information, and then there's the fun stuff like, what is your personality type? What is your child's personality type? These classes go up through pregnancy into the terrible 2s and onto the trying 3s. So we give you information. You can come get your pregnancy test. We'll follow each girl a year after their baby is born, and they earn mommy money, and he earns daddy dollar coupons. Yes, we print money at the pregnancy center, and they could spend that any way they want in our pantry. They can save it up and buy a crib, or they can use it quickly to buy diapers. So right now we have quite a few women that are ready to give birth, and so the newborn diapers are being bought up like crazy.
Okay. All right. Well, again, this is obvious, and I think if you're out running around and you feel passionate about what they're doing, you can always buy some diapers and drop them off there, clothing, food, baby items, whatever, and pray about that. Also pray about maybe giving some of your time. And I know people have volunteered there, Cyndi, that have come out the other end going, wow.
Yes.
It's just been life-changing for them. You know?
Yes, yes.
You know,
and their impact is just so precious. We really believe the Lord teams the young woman with the mentor.
Mm-hmm.
I love this story. This one woman came in, her husband is in school, they're from China. Her English was very broken. We partnered her with Heather. Wouldn't you know it, Heather had adopted 2 children from China. It was just that hour, that time, her availability in our eyes.
Yeah.
But God has a perfect plan. So she had already been studying the culture, knew the food. She not only was very patient with the training with her, she even took her shopping at one time and helped her purchase items, bought frozen orange juice, brought her back to the center, and taught her how to open it and make frozen orange juice. Simple things like that.
Wow. All right. Again, pray also about their needs for a sonographer or 2 or 3, whatever it takes,
Amen.
so that they can get their ultrasound back into operation. And maybe you are that person. Get a hold of them where they can use you an hour a day or 2 hours a week, whatever your time schedule will allow. The number there is 772-1921, 772-1921. And also pray about remembering them in your year-end giving as well. They can certainly use your help. But Cyndi, love you and love what you do.
Me too.
And let's get your sonographers in there. I want to get a report here in a couple of weeks that you're all booked up and the ultrasound is back online.
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Okay. Well, there's a new one.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll see you next time on Focus Today.